Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about data privacy with respect to the banking in our country. Before we begin, we talk about what data privacy is. Data privacy is my right to choose what personal information do I want to share, with whom do I want to share this information, what is the purpose of my sharing the information or the second party getting my information, and can that second party share my information with a third party? If yes, what part of it, and again what is the purpose of doing that? And have they obtained my consent? So even if this party has got my information, sharing my information with someone else, they further need again my consent and a defined purpose for why they are sharing it, right? Data privacy provides me with those legal aspects as well, which is those laws around the fact that if I find my data being or my information being misused anywhere, then can I question them, and how does the law help me protect my interests? Now when it comes to banking, the moment you talk of banking, which is the most important thing, it's as good as a child is born and a bank account is open kind of a thing, right? So the moment you start opening your account, your personal information starts going out of your first level of control. Even for a saving account or a deposit or a only current account, no financial help as of now. You need to share your personal details and the personal details of your joint account holders. If you are applying for credit cards, then apart from this detail, you need to share about your employment, because they need to know your income so that they can set your credit limit accordingly. And if you are applying for a loan, then again your personal information, your banking information, and they may ask you for sharing bank statements for the last 1 year, last 2 years, to see how good are you at your banking and what are the different ways that you are doing your banking with, and your employment details, because again they need your income proof, your detailed income proof, and your assets details which you are planning to mortgage, whether you are going to buy them and mortgage them, or whether you already own them and you are going to mortgage them, right? Apart from that, they will also need 2 references. So you should inform your friends and family members that you are sharing their phone number with the banker as a reference point, so that a third party check can be done about your income, right? Now, can these be breached out of a bank? Technically, they are generally very, very strong. Still, there are possibilities, but there are small things, because of a widespread of the number of people working on behalf of the bank and in the bank, that even technically there is a possibility of breach. Phishing and hacking are 2 very common things, but you are sitting with a banker or a bank agent and his laptop is open and he is working on someone else's account details, and they are visible to you. Your own mobile phones, your own laptops, the banking website is open, your information is visible to you. Emails get sent to wrong email addresses, gets shared with different people. And non-technical points of breach, third-party agencies. Technical also with third-party agencies. The forms that you fill for your credit cards, for your loans, they may not be filled by the banker directly. On the airport, in the mall, the people running behind you, sir, please fill up this form, we'll give you a credit card, this offer going, that offer going. They're not bank employees. They are third parties collecting data, information on behalf of the banker. And they would publish this onto the bank's database, but they retain it with them also. Do they misuse it? Are they allowed to retain it? Does the bank really have a good third-party contract with them for allowing them to retain a copy of that information with them? The direct selling agents. I received a WhatsApp message from a banker, so-called banker, with a credit card offer. I accepted it, I shared my personal detail, and they said that the limit assigned to you is this. I rejected it. Then they said, okay, I can offer you from another bank who can give you a better limit. But how can you offer me a credit card from some other competitive banker? Right? They were a direct selling agent. So the bankers also need to be very careful that what kind of direct selling agents are they appointing and sharing databases that get exposed to the market like that. The collection agents, right? The collection agents would have your personal information and they'll come or call you up to collect the installments the transfer reference number is what gets them the commission, so they'll keep running behind you. Sir, give me the reference number, your installment, this, that, and a bit humiliating as well, right? But these can all be points of data breach as well. Internal threats within the bank, and like unattended laptop screens, there could be unattended documents also. You are sitting on the desk with the banker and your documents or someone else's account opening form is lying on that desk. An account opening form, the first page itself has several personal information: name, address, phone number, occupation, email ID, photograph, bare minimum. Anyone standing there near the counter, sitting there near the counter, can just take a click and take the personal information. Open desk policy is something which is very important for people who want to follow data privacy. Should get rid of open desk policy at the earliest. Right? So these are the various basic points of breach of data when it comes to banking segment. What is the impact to a consumer? Phone number and address, very standard. Unnecessary phone calls, mails, emails, personal mails coming to your address. Loan reference checks from your employers, whether you get a loan or not, but they'll definitely check it from employers. Collection agencies and the humiliation they can give you sometimes, they intrude your privacy. They keep visiting your house, they keep calling you up, it intrudes, right? What are the bankers' safeguards that they should adopt in case they want their reputation not to be at stake for the sake of just opening another account? Data minimization to begin with. Collect data that is required. Don't collect too much of data. You don't need my kids' details if I am opening an account in my name, right? So don't collect it. Simple. Whatever you collect should have a clear documented purpose defined and a consent taken. Your employee should be well educated about how to handle data, and robust systems should be developed. And I have a very good example on that as well with two bankers. They charge interest on your loan against securities account on the last day of the month, and on 2nd of the month they'll call you, next month they'll call you to confirm about the interest deposit. They call you, they verify your name, they verify your account number, and then they look at their screen and they say, oh sir, yes, we have received your interest. And then you'll say, when I already deposited the interest, why are you wasting my time calling me up again and again? And a very interesting thing that both those bankers, call center people told me, that when we dial your number, we don't know what number is getting dialed. We don't know your name, we don't know your phone number, we don't know your account number. When you pick up the call, then the screen flashes your name and account number and we validate that. When that gets validated, it flashes whether you have paid the interest or not, and if not, then what is the value. So the good part of it is that that telephone operator, whether it's a marketing agency or a third-party agency or the bank employee, they don't know my personal information until each step of verification, right? So that's one very good step, because then whether I have paid interest or not is not exposed to a third party without any reason, right? Secure data storage, strong passwords, multi-factor authentication, biometrics, encryption, data anonymization, so that data is kept at different places, encrypted and not easily correlated, and very regular security checks that bankers need to perform on their IT systems to ensure data is not compromised, right? Very important. Apart from the audit and financial transactions, they do a lot of regular security checks to see that their data is not compromised. Other safeguards include privacy notices. Bankers do need to publish privacy notices. Privacy contracts with action on breach. Very important, especially for bankers, for their data collection agencies, for their third marketing agencies, for their DSAs, because they use that bank data to contact bank customer. Good or bad experience is between the customer and the bank. You don't actually even know who the third party agency is, right? Who is playing around with your data and bank's reputation. So that's something which is very important. Privacy notices should be always available on the website, and I saw most of the Indian bankers have their privacy policies on their website, so you can go download them, understand how your data is being collected, how is it being processed, how and when is it being destroyed. And a strong action is to be taken on every breach. No, This is something very important. It is not a matter of someone losing job. It is not a matter of financial penalty. It is important that I am being made aware that my personal data has been compromised. And to avoid that compromise in future, what kind of action the bank has taken. That's something which is very, very important, right? So if that information is available to me, then my confidence on my banker increases rather than reducing because of the breach incidents. These are certain very, very important, very, very basic and practical things that the bankers can do to ensure that the customer confidence is retained with them. Our country has laws around banking industries, a lot of guidelines around them, and they have been there even before data privacy came into existence. Information Technology Act, RBI has its own set of regulations and guidelines. Banking Codes and Standards Board of India has guidelines. UPI guidelines are available. Payment Instrument Systems Act of 2007 helps safeguard our interests. And Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023 is the most recent of those. The rules are being formalized, but the act is already in place. These help us safeguard our personal interest, our personal data, and our privacy. This is what I have to talk about when it comes to banking in our country and our privacy related to banking. I hope you like my content. In that case, please press the like and bell icon, subscribe to my channel. And if you also have some experiences with how banks took care of your personal data, do share them in the feedback section. Thank you.